Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another Shoutcast. So we are in the Ultra League today, and this trainer does have a YouTube channel, so the link will be in the description down below if you want to go ahead and follow them. So yeah, Ultra League, I like the league. This team is going to be a standard ABB style team. Of course, you do have the back line, Registeel and Greninja, both of which are weak to fighting. So you got to lure out a fighting type. You got to lure out the Cobalion, the Scrafty, Virizion with the Registeel, and then Charizard, of course, are going to generally do well against those Pokemon. And then maybe Greninja as the sweeper, as the closer, right? Because Greninja, I feel like Greninja is a little bit difficult to use, but once you're able to get the hang of it, it's going to go to town because it's such a powerful Pokemon. It really is. Greninja is such a good Pokemon and such a strong one. It's just really frail. But yeah, so what do you all think of my Chucky hat? I love Chucky, the Killer Doll. I love the franchise. There's a TV series coming on, or already going on. It's on season 3 right now, so it's really cool. So my friend Jokes got it for me. Jokes311, if you know him. I'm sure you do. He used to be on this channel a lot, but during the Sylph days. But either way, let's go ahead and dive right into the battles. This is a pretty lengthy video. This is, a pretty lengthy one. I want to say it's almost a half hour. I think so. But either way, good game. Let's begin the commentary. So Charizard into Greedent. Okay, I think Greedent actually does win this one in the 2 shield. Yeah, we'll see. I could be wrong about that. I want to say it does, but either way, Charizard is just going to do a lot of damage, but we do see a shield. But you got to lure out, as I said, the fighting type, so out comes the Virizion. So in this case, you're not going to go for Zap Cannon, because Zap Cannon will potentially debuff it, but it is resisted. So in this case, yeah, you generally want to go for the Focus Blast, because another Focus Blast will KO. Can you make it to another Focus Blast? They might... Oh, they're going for the Farm Down. That allows you to get off the Focus Blast. That is beautiful. That will pick up the shield, the second shield. Now, Charizard can come in and Farm Down. You do have to watch out for Stone Edge. Most of the Virizion I see are running Sacred Sword, Leaf Blade, but you still have to respect the Stone Edge, and in this case, it was Stone Edge. So that was a really good shield. Definitely worth the shield, no doubt about it. Charizard with energy, or with not only energy, but shield advantage is very dangerous, no matter what comes in. That did so much damage, but it didn't KO it. Just gonna let the Charizard go, but it doesn't KO the Charizard. Ooh, Mandibuzz coming in. Ass slash Mandibuzz. Who wins this? Because you're gonna need more than 2 more, maybe 2 more after the Water Shurikens. But you still have a shield. I guess 2 more because the Water Shurikens are adding up. So I guess that makes, probably just 1 more now. Gonna go ahead and safely shield this. And gonna overfarm, not too much, a little bit, and go for the attack right now. This is gonna be enough to KO that Mandibuzz. And now out comes the Greedent. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it to a move. Maybe you could have underfarmed, but I also wasn't counting the Mandibuzz, right? I'm commentating, so I don't know how close the Mandibuzz was. However, you still get to the Dragon Claw. Maybe the Mandibuzz just got to the move, right? I don't really know. But either way, good game, well played. Moving on. Okay, you would think this is a good matchup, but honestly, it really is not. Going to attempt to catch. Not really able to, but the opponent is going to throw anyway. This is going to be a drill run, yeah. Because, the thing is, Charizard doesn't have Fire Spin. If you have Fire Spin on Charizard, it's a much better matchup for the Charizard against the Sand Slash because it's double super effective. But because you have Wing Attack that's resisted, right? So it's not actually that great. I actually beat a Charizard with an Alolan Sand Slash. That was pretty cool, actually. But either way, this Greninja is going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash right now into the Glaciopod. Glaciopod, one of the best save swaps. We actually do see that attack buff. We still won't be able to see the Water Shuriken down. So I'm going to go ahead and give up another Night Slash right now. That will be enough to KO. Man, Greninja boosted, and it does have energy. It's getting the final shield from something. Okay, from Greninja. So Greninja will probably take the first one. No, they actually shield that. Okay, and now we do see another one coming in right now. So much damage, and down goes the Greninja. So out comes Registeel. We do see a switch into Sand Slash, and now Sand Slash can go for the Blast Burn. This would melt an army of Shadow Alolan Sand Slash, right? You all know it. Good game. Well played. Okay, another Alolan Sand Slash. Let's see. Are we going to see an attempted catch again? No, they actually switch out into Glaciopod. Okay, now out comes the Registeel. So storing a lot of energy on that Shadow Charizard. I really like that. So, Registeel, one Zap Cannon obviously going to be enough to KO. I don't think it would have been enough to KO at full health. That's why you want to get some of that wing attack damage off before you switch into Registeel, right? So you can make sure one Zap Cannon is enough. So it definitely obviously was enough there. And plus, as I said, Charizard has the energy. Sand Slash coming in. Can you make it? No. But will Drill Run KO? Going to go ahead and shield Drill Run. That's a non-shadow. I don't know. Maybe let me know in the comments if you think that would have KO'd. Maybe it would have. But either way, you do pick up the shield. Oh my gosh, they catch on the Feeny. I mean, to be fair, even if they didn't catch this, you would have thrown that at the Feeny anyway. But look how powerful Shadow Charizard is. This is almost going to KO it. I mean, the Feeny will live, but it will get it low. It threatens it so much that the Feeny actually had to shield that. That's wild. You probably could have picked up the knockout with the wing attacks afterwards. The Shadow Charizard, I think, is the way to go. If you're considering the Shadow one or the regular one, I think the Shadow one is the way to go. It is worth the Team Rocket event is coming up soon this month. So definitely team away those Shadow Charmanders because you really do want a Shadow one, in my opinion. And I'm going to take my own advice as well because I want a Shadow one. Okay, that would KO the Feeny. Now... I mean, you're not going to die to a Drill Run, right? I know Greninja is squishy, but you don't die to one. So, and the Shadow Claws are resisted, so you should be good here. Oh yeah, easy live. And now out comes the Hydro Cannon. This could be enough to KO, and that's going to be a great game. Very well played to both trainers. Moving on, Shadow Charizard into Dragonite. Okay. They actually catch on Jellicent, so that was a good catch. Do you farm up and then switch out? No, switching out right away. Okay, so the thing is, that was a good catch, but this allows the Zap Cannon to just KO the Jellicent, whereas at full health, it wouldn't have one-shot it, right? So this should be enough to KO, and even if it lived, it would live at like a couple HP where you could farm down. Oh, it actually does live a lot more better than I thought it did. But that's actually good, because now, as I said, you do get to farm down. So, going to be able to do that. So, very nice indeed. Dragonite coming in, but you do have the Zap Cannon, which is, well, it's neutral, but it's still going to KO. And you do see that, we do see that defense drop. Now, they know you have a Charizard in the back, so they might not switch out. They actually switch out and catch on the Feeny. This trainer with the catches, you love to see it. Well, you don't love to see it if you are the trainer battling them, right? But I guess at the end of the day, you're throwing these attacks anyway. So here's the thing about Greninja versus Tapu Fini. They have to throw a Moonblast, right? It's kind of like Tapu Fini versus Giratina. They have to throw a Moonblast. Otherwise, it's really not that bad because you resist the Water Gun attacks. You resist Surf as well. So yeah, I mean, they really have to throw the Moonblast. That's why Giratina into Tapu Fini, you just stay in that matchup. If you're the Giratina, because you actually can win that. Okay. And now out comes the Dragonite. I'm just going to spam these Night Slash attacks. You can survive one. I think they'll take it. No, they actually let that go. They actually should have taken it because of this, for this reason, the boost. Now this is going to be enough to KO. I don't think it would have KO'd before, but to be fair, it didn't matter. You still had the Charizard, right? Either way, moving on, Charizard into Ampharos, not a good lead. Greninja into Ampharos, not a good lead. So I guess, yeah, this team is actually core broken by electric types if an electric type is in the lead, right? But you do have to switch out into Greninja because they're resisting your wing attacks, right? I mean, Blast Spin will do a lot, but they're actually switching the Mandibuzz. Obviously, you're too low to flip this matchup, but just get as many Hydro Cannons off as possible. Only able to get off one, but that's okay. Yeah, gonna bring the Charizard back in, and that makes sense. Generally, I would say Registeel because that's a flying type, obviously Zap Cannon. And you resist Air Slash as well. But the thing is, Charizard really has nowhere to go against Ampharos, so kind of want to go in here now, charge up as much as possible. I really do like that overfarm. Now, if the Ampharos comes in, I don't think you could actually shield that, which was surprising. Greninja! Okay, this actually got interesting. I think Registeel can sweep this team now. Yeah, just going to go ahead and go for the Focus Blast. That makes sense. Either Focus Blast or Zap Cannon, both will KO. Might as well go for the cheaper move. Ampharos is coming in, and they will throw an attack. It's a brutal swing. Good call not to shield that. Do they have Focus Blast? I don't know. Going to go ahead and commit the shield here. Nope, just going to be another brutal swing, which makes sense, but I think you make it. You could have actually gotten off the move, I think, before they Ampharos threw. Okay, I like that play. You banked that energy. So you do have the Zap Cut. That was actually a really good play. You had to do that because the Mandibuzz probably could have taken out the Charizard maybe. Maybe it could have, right? So you had to bank that move and then use the Registeel to take out the Mandibuzz because you have super effective Zap Cannons, right? And then take out the Ampharos with Dragon Claw. That was actually a really smart play. I really like that play. That was a really good play. I may have missed that play if I was battling. I'm not sure, but that was a really good play, my friend. That was actually a really good play. I love it. I like it. Yeah, besides, I mean, again, like Blast Burn, I guess, would have KO'd Mandibuzz at that health. So, yeah, maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but still, that was a really good play, nonetheless. Now you farm down with Charizard. Watch out for the Stone Edge. If they charged up for it, I don't know if they did. You gotta respect it. They probably did. But they throw the Sacred Sword. But the thing is, they can't get to a move anyway. Oh my gosh, this is a great matchup for the Greninja. They must have panic switched immediately once they saw you switch. I mean, I've done that before, so there's no harm in that. It happens. Night Slash coming out. Okay. And now we do see this Hydro Cannon, and that will be obviously enough to KO. Now out comes Jellicent. So, yeah, I mean, you do resist these attacks, but Greninja is still flimsy. Right, so just gonna go ahead and go for super effective Night Slash attacks. Oh my gosh, another boost. So this is actually gonna be enough to KO. Even if it didn't, you should still be fine anyway. But good game, well played to both trainers. Moving on, Defense Deoxys in the lead. Okay, I mean you have to. Well, actually, this is Psycho Boost. I was gonna say you have to shield no matter what, but no, you don't have to shield the Psycho Boost. Yeah. If you're the Deoxys user, you want to, at the very least, if you plan on Psycho Boosting and dipping out, that's fine. But at the very least, you do want to go ahead and charge up for the Rock Slide or the Thunderbolt. I would charge up for the Thunderbolt 8 instead of 7 because most of the Deoxys are running Thunderbolt from my experience. You might see Rock Slide occasionally, so if you throw at Rock Slide, the opponent might call it because they might be like, they're probably not running it. Most of the time I see Thunderbolt. So definitely charge up for the Bolt at the very least. And then if you want a Psycho Boost, you'll probably pick up a shield and you could dip out after that. But I mean, I guess they wanted to throw early because they didn't want the Charizard to get to a Blast Burn, but still. Charizard is going to go ahead and get off this Blast Burn. Speaking of Blast Burn, into the Greninja. Now, the Greninja shields, but that would have still done a lot of damage, right? I mean, that would have done over half, no doubt about it. And what do you bring in right now, my friend? Going to be Greninja. Greninja is going to take that Night Slash. Okay, it's going to take another one. No, actually going to go ahead and commit the shield right now. And go for the Hydro. Hydro should be enough to KO. Whereas it wouldn't have if it was a Night Slash. Deoxys is coming in. Well, I mean, obviously. But Night Slash super effective. No boost that time. Able to get to another Night Slash. Absolutely incredible. Will we see a boost here? We will not. Okay, so Greninja is going to go ahead and commit the shield right now. And it was Psycho Boost. Makes sense. I mean, Psycho Boost would have... Actually, I don't think it KOs now. It does not, because first of all, it's double resisted. But aside from that, you're double debuffed. So there's no way that was going to KO, and we actually see the boost there. Good game. All right, moving on. This is a really bad matchup. Probably going to try and catch a Hydro and Greninja. Able to do it. Able to do it. That's how you sometimes come back from bad leads, right? Because, like, yes, you could switch out immediately, but then they can switch out immediately and lock you up or something. Whereas you take that energy, you're at a better spot, right, before switching out, if you're able to make that catch. And it could be unpredictable when you think they're going to throw. Because usually they don't throw right away, right? It depends. Charizard is going to go ahead and go for the Blast Burn. It's going to be able to go for another Blast Burn, but that Registeel did shield. Will they commit the second shield? They will commit the second shield. But Charizard is going to commit a shield. Now, I do think Charizard doesn't need to shield again. They actually switch out of the swamp. So, yeah, the thing is, yeah, you made a great catch, but here's the thing, like, Registeel does really bad against Swampert. However, throwing on CMP, that was beautiful counting. This is probably still going to KO. No, actually it doesn't. It lives on 1 HP. But the Registeel can farm down, and you can hopefully win with the Registeel. You want to get to the Focus Blast, and you do make it. This is going to KO. This is the Ultra League, but it should still be enough to pick up the knockout. And out comes Charizard. A Zap Cannon should KO, right? They do make the Blast Burn, but this is a non-Shadow. It's not going to KO a Registeel. Not in the Ultra League. It almost does. A Shadow would have KO'd. But luckily it was not a Shadow. So we do see the Zap Cannon, and that will KO the Charizard. And that will be a great game. Very well played to both trainers. Alright, Galarian Weezing. I've actually had trouble with this Pokemon when I've battled it. Now, let's see what they throw. Going to be Brutal Swing. That actually, I mean, that would be the move you throw, right? Because Overheat and Play Rough are both resisted. They actually call the bait, maybe. But yeah, I would bait there because Dragon Claw is just double resisted. It's kind of a risky bait. Especially as we saw there, the opponent attempted to call it, right? Okay, doing a lot of damage to Greninja. So doing a lot of damage. Registeel coming in. Yeah, you can't bring in Greninja. Yeah, electric types, generally speaking, are core breakers for this team. But every team has a core breaker. Okay. Well, the benefit for you is that you're up a shield, right? But you do kind of... Yeah, that was going to be a win. The opponent concedes there. Well played. Moving on, Charizard into Swampert. Not a good matchup. Probably going to see another attempted catch. They do actually throw right away there. Yeah, usually I don't try and catch immediately, right? Because you never know. Actually going to throw the Blast Burn first, and maybe... I'm sure we'll see an attempted catch. Look how much that does. We do actually see the catch. Look how much that did to that Shadow Swamp. I mean, I knew it would do a lot, but that is wild. That did a lot as well. But that Hydro Cannon into the Greninja, right? I need a drink. I need a drink. Flavored water. Alright, cool. So Weezing goes down. And now out comes Charizard. Charizard does fall down. Gonna go ahead and go for the bait. This is I would say this is a safe bait. You really have to bait here. And oh my gosh, able to catch again. But did you catch the Blast Burn? Probably not. Oh, you did. Okay, so you caught the Blast Burn. But did you want to catch a Blast? I guess. Was that an undercharge or did that just not KO? But either way, able to get off. Luckily, it didn't KO. Charizard farms down. They tried to maybe catch and swamp it. And now you can just safely go for the Blast Burn and take this game. So despite the really bad lead, able to overcome it. Really well done. Charizard matchup. Mirror match. Let's go. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, throwing Dragon Claw makes sense. I don't think they're going to go for the Blast Burn. They don't. They go for the Dragon Claw. I would go for the Dragon Claw. I mean, especially with a Shadow Charizard. This is obviously... This can only be a Dragon Claw, but still, you have to shield it or let your Charizard go. But you want to shield that, right? Okay. Ooh, Swampert coming in. Okay. It's good that the Swampert is coming in here. Well, yeah, I mean, it's actually really good. The Swamp is coming in here. Swampert is firing off an attack. Greninja will respect the Earthquake. Hydro. The thing is, I think Hydro is a safe bait as well, though, because, like, it still does so much damage. But able to take out that Swampert, you'd love to see it. Alright, so we see a Glaciopod coming in right now. And able to switch out into the Registeel. They're going to go ahead and throw Liquidations. They get a couple of them. Okay, they actually switch into Charizard. You do make it to the focus play. That is huge before they get to an attack. I love that. Glad they didn't get to a Blast Burn, right? But now you're going to... I don't think he survived to... Oh, they Aerialist? Oh, maybe they just forfeit? Oh, okay, okay, so the video was not as long as I thought. I thought it was going to be closer to a half hour. It was actually like 19 minutes. But either way, thank you so much for sharing your battle experience with us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.